Dr. Angela Grunewald, Superintendent of Edmond Schools. In this video today, I want to talk about our upcoming bond election on February 8th. I specifically want to talk about bond finances and some frequently asked questions that we get, so you have the answers to what we do and why we do it.
These are 5-year bonds. When they are voted in, they have a 5-year period and they come in what we call drops. We get 2 drops a year of money from those bonds. So we don't even get all the money at once, but we do have 5 years to complete those projects. So we have to plan out which projects need to be done first. It is very important to us to keep the tax rate steady for our patrons. We realize the importance of that for budgeting for their families, and we don't want to put a heavier tax burden on them than we ever have before. So we always plan our projects accordingly to keep those tax rates the same. And they've been consistent over the last 20 years, right in there at that 24 to 25 mil mark. To decide the projects on the bonds, the first thing we do is talk to all the principals. Mr. Kofelt will go out and meet with each principal, walk the buildings, and that's one way we get input. Another way for like roofing is all of the inspections. Every year we have to do annual inspections on our roofs and on our HVAC systems, and from those inspections we can tell which ones are going to need to be replaced and when, and so we can place them on the bonds accordingly. Also, we look at our growth patterns. We watch closely from the city of Edmond where houses are plotted to be, and we're constantly watching those growth patterns to see where we're going to need land and where we're going to need new schools. We know at some point we are going to need a 4th high school. One thing that has helped us delay that is when we stopped doing secondary transfers. That has kept our enrollment at each school very level. And because of that, we haven't seen the need to build the high school right away. We think it will probably be 5 years or more before we need the high school. We actually look and think we'll need 2 elementaries and a middle school before we will need the 4th high school. It's important for all of our voters to know anyone that lives in Edmond Public Schools district can vote. It doesn't matter what city you live in, it's what school district you live in, because this is an Edmond school vote.
Another really important thing for you to know is Edmond Public Schools has a AA+ rating. This not only shows our financial fidelity that we've proven over the past, but also helps us to get a lower bond interest on our bonds. So remember, February 8th is the election. It also takes a supermajority for a bond to pass. That means 60% yes votes are required for this to pass. All voters in the Edmond Public School District can vote, and the polls are open from 7 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock in the evening. Thank you.